Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me today for a video that I've been wanting to do the whole year because believe it or not, it's the 25th anniversary for the movie Ready to Rumble when it was released. It was released April of 2000 in the US and November of 2000 here in the UK. And I've been wanting to talk about this particular movie for a very long time because some people just don't like it. I get that. It's very cheesy and everything else, but I always loved it. I always found it fun. And when it was announced, I said to my brother, I'd love to go and watch that. And because we came from a family where money was pretty tight and everything else, we had to wait for the VHS tape release of it. This isn't that VHS tape which we did get. He's my brother, that is Jamie. He still has this, the copy that we both had for Christmas that year, or was it 2001? One of those years we waited whenever it got released on VHS, and we had it for that Christmas that it got released, and we watched it over and over and over again. And he kept that copy, and I managed to pick this one up many years ago from Blockbuster Video as an ex-rental, as you can see, because of the big clamshell box, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And it also had a CD soundtrack to accompany it. It did get a DVD release only in the US and Germany, I do believe. Yeah, so the German release was the only European release, to my knowledge, but the audio obviously in German. No English subtitles or anything else. I did look to get that one for the collection, but yeah, because of that reason, I just left it. I may pick up the US one at some point, the Region 1 DVD of it, but other than that, we never did get a Blu-ray release or anything. I think it may have something to do with the Warner Brothers who helped distribute the movie. And because WCW is now owned by WWE, it might complicate a few things with licensing issues. I don't really know the ins and outs of all the licensing shit, but I'm just hazarding a guess as to why that might be, why we haven't got an official release of it on Blu-ray or DVD here in the UK. And there's been nothing since the VHS tape release in the UK. But yeah, it's such a fantastic movie. I'll show you the CD soundtrack in a little while. First, let's talk about the movie itself. So yeah, this stars David Arquette, Oliver Platt, and Scott Caan, featuring wrestling superstars Goldberg, Sting, and Diamond Dallas Page. This one had a 15 certificate here in the UK. I'm not sure who that is that's got both David Arquette and Scott Caan in a double headlock there. I take it it's a wrestler. I haven't a clue who. I haven't really researched that, to be honest. I should have looked into that one, but I've always wondered who that was. The arm size looks like Scott Steiner, but the face, the mouth, that doesn't look like Scott Steiner, does it? So, yeah. Let's have a look at the spine. So, yeah, Warner Brothers release, as I said. See old sticker residue there from when it had the Blockbuster video sticker on there. Ex-rental, as I said, this clam one is bigger than the one me and my brother got for Christmas that year, as you can see, as I open it up. And I'll show you the rest of the case in a minute, show you the tape. So yeah, here's the tape. Please rewind. And that's when it had like information of what to expect on the tape. They used to do this on tape on the videos and the DVD releases in the late 90s, early 2000s. So bad language, sex, nudity, violence, other. But yeah, that's the tape. And here's the back. So we have a huge screenshot of fictional wrestler for this movie, Jimmy King and Gordy, played by David Arquette, both on commentary for WCW. So basically, how I see this is a movie that similar to, if you, I don't know if you guys have seen Dumb and Dumber starring Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, the Dumb and Dumber movies they're in. It reminds me of that, but having two idiots who are huge wrestling fans, and in this case, they're huge WCW fans, and their favorite wrestler is the fictional Jimmy King, and yeah, so we have WCW with all the wrestlers that are in the real WCW in this version of WCW, which is, I guess it's set in a parallel universe, isn't it? Because it's completely different to the real life, or the then real life WCW. But yeah, we have this version of WCW on this movie. Two obsessed dumb fans who, for a living, and in this screenshot, as you can see, they work for a sewage company, like unblocking shit from toilets and stuff, from what I can remember. And that's why they got a load of fucking toilet roll around both of their necks, because like an accident happens and loads of fucking loo roll goes flying over them, and loads of excrement, shit, whatever, goes everywhere. Sewage leaks everywhere from their truck, lorry, whatever. But yeah, absolutely brilliant movie in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it and just think it's terrible. I had a lot of fun with it, and it's got some hilarious moments in it, and I do from time to time quote a few of the lines with my brother and various friends of mine who've seen this, and then, like a diamond upside down is a pussy and things like that. I don't know, we just got a strange sense of humor, I guess, but yeah, it's such a funny movie. Let me just read this to you a second. So, question: what's more fun than a wrestling fan who drives a pump it and dump it sewage truck and sucks up the sweet air of World Championship Wrestling glory at night? Answer: two wrestling fans, Gordy and Sean. Yeah, so Gordy, who has this really abusive father who's a sheriff, I think, from what I can remember. He wants his father wants him to be a police officer like he is, and tries to get him away from wrestling, saying, "Oh, wrestling's fake. Knock all that on the head. What's wrong with you? Grow up. Get rid of all your wrestling figures and posters and collectibles and everything else from your room. Man up and pick up a gun and get into police uniform and get through college or whatever it was, and become a police officer like the rest of the family." And he's Gordy's not having any of it. His best friend Sean as well, played by Scott Kahn, he doesn't want him to. He wants him to keep attending the WCW wrestling matches, and they've got to help Jimmy King, who's lost his job in World Championship Wrestling and was screwed out of his World Heavyweight Championship by DDP, who plays a heel in this movie, which is pretty interesting. And they go on the quest to get Jimmy King back into WCW to reclaim his or regain his World Heavyweight Championship he lost. But unbeknownst to both Gordy and Sean, they think wrestling's real. And I know, I like to, protect wrestling as best I can. I try to kayfabe it a lot, but you guys know what I'm on about. The barrier between reality and everything else. But yeah, these guys, they don't understand. They think everything's completely real, and they think Jimmy King lives like a king in real life. And when they track him down to a trailer park that he's living in, this nasty caravan or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not from the US, so I don't know. And I don't mean to be rude to anyone that lives in a trailer park or whatever. But it's like a ran down, not what they expected kind of home Jimmy's been living in. And they learn then that Jimmy doesn't have. No, Jimmy has contact with his son, and his son loves him and everything else, and then they find out that that's all lies as well. So many lies, and they learn a lot about not only Jimmy King but WCW and the politics that goes on in that version of WCW and everything else. And it's just a really cool journey to get their hero Jimmy King back into WCW so he can get that World Heavyweight Championship back from Diamond Dallas Page. And so much else can happen on the way as well. I don't want to ruin it in case you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, we have lots of superstars, as you would expect, starring in it. As I said earlier, we've got Goldberg, Sting, DDP. There's a funny cameo with Sting. You know, I don't want to spoil it, but you know, there's a funny moment with Sting in there, worth checking out. Sting's theme music in this is pretty good. We'll cover that in a minute because that's on the soundtrack. There's even a blink and you miss it cameo from John Cena in a scene that's set in the gym. That gets talked about quite a lot as well. So this was officially John Cena's first ever movie. I think that's when he was the prototype as well. Was that what he was called? Yeah, I think the prototype, wasn't it, guys? So yeah, back in 2000. So I'll just move that out of the way a second, the movie. Which, yeah, the movie's absolutely fantastic in my opinion. And we got the soundtrack. Again, with the picture of both Gordy and Sean getting like a double headlock from whoever that is. I will find out. Or someone may let me know in the comments below if you want. This one has parental advisory, explicit content, music from and inspired by the motion picture Ready to Rumble. So we expect bands like The Offspring, Biff Naked, Kid Rock, Dweezil Zappa, Pod or POD, House of Pain, DJ Hurricane. Let me just focus that again, guys, sorry. DJ Hurricane, F. Scott Weiland, Papa Roach, George S. Clinton, Ahmet Zappa, and Motley Crue. There's the spine for this one. I don't know if it's going to focus. Try to come closer or tip it sideways. That usually works. No, not at the moment. Sorry, guys. Really sorry about that. Try to trick the camera then. Catch it off guard. No. Maybe that side. Will it show that side? It's the same, but you know. I'll show you the back in a minute, but let's look on the inside. So here's the disc. The disc artwork. And then we've got the Nitro Girls. So the ones all dressed in white are real Nitro Girls from the real... Oh, sorry. The 5 Nitro Girls there are all the real Nitro Girls from the real WCW, not the movie WCW. Whereas Sasha, played by Rose McGowan, who's also in Scream, the first Scream movie, Tatum in Scream. She's a fictional character for this movie, and she's like the main Nitro Girl who replaces Kimberly Page, who was the main Nitro Girl, I guess, for WCW Nitro in the real world. I know it sounds confusing, guys, but just bear with me on this one. I'll just put this case to one side so I can show you the open this up, the interior CD artwork there. So we have Goldberg and the King, who are friends as well. I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, they're friends, but yes, some stuff goes on with those two, and you'll see when you watch the movie if you've not watched it already. There's a screenshot of both Gordy and Sean when King loses his championship, and they can't believe he lost, and they're just really upset, and they get really worked up, bless them both. Well, Gordy especially just goes absolutely crazy. Well, as you would when your favorite wrestler loses their championship, you know what I mean? So there's some more screenshots from the movie. So there's a wrestling nerd played by that Shermanator guy from fucking American Pie. A lot of you guys may remember him. And Gordy and Sean in his room. That's the gym scene I was on about with John Cena in, but you can't see him. Oh, you can. There he is in the background behind Goldberg. See him, guys? Above Goldberg's thumb there with Gordy and Sean. But he is honestly in that scene, guys. John Cena, that is. Bit of a spoiler there. You see David Arquette's character Gordy dressed as a police officer with King and pimp-looking Sean there with red on. That's when Gordy and Nitro Girl Sasha get it on. Foreign objects! When she gets her tits out to him. It's fucking funny. Sorry, guys. Gordy and Jimmy King backstage, and some nuns giving Gordy and Sean a lift to, I think it was one of the, oh no, it was to go see Jimmy King, I think, and then the nuns sing like a rock song that features the like Satan's name and stuff, and it kind of freaks them out. And yeah, I think that's what that is. Or am I thinking of the Jay and Silent Bob movie? I get that confused, that scene, with something else. But anyway, and it goes over like all the tracks and who they're performed by, the year they come out, and other production notes there. But I'll go over those tracks in a second because they're on the back of the CD case itself. But yeah, that's the insert there. That's quite good. I do like that. And yeah, so we got the back of the case. We have DDP and Jimmy King in their match, one of their matches. I can't remember if that's the first match or the second match they have together. No, it must be the first match because the second one's got a different match type, hasn't it? Without ruining it for you guys. But yeah, we have track listings. So number 1, Get Ready. Then we got The Offspring, Bloodstains. Biff Naked, We're Not Gonna Take It. That's a good tune. Kid Rock's Daba. That's a good tune as well, but I can't pronounce it. Run DMC, King of Rock. Good tune as well. Dweezil Zappa, DDP, King of Bada Bing theme. It's pretty cool. Probably not as good as the Nirvana ripoff DDP used in WCW, but this one's still a good version of his theme music. POD with Freestyle Remix. House of Pain, Jump Around, an absolute classic. DJ Hurricane featuring Scott Weiland. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Apologies if I haven't. We Will Rock You, which is like a Queen cover, I do believe. Papa Roach, Last Resort, another fucking banging tune. George S. Clinton, Sting theme, absolutely awesome version of Sting's theme, in my opinion. Ahmet and Dweezil Zappa, Baby One More Time. I think that's the Britney Spears one in their version of it. I think I prefer that version over the Britney one as well. And Motley Crue, Girls, 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 absolute fantastic tune. What an absolutely jam-packed soundtrack this is to accompany the movie. And obviously around the same sort of time, WCW put this movie out there to try and get more fans to like the product, because they were losing a lot of viewers over to WWF at the time during the Attitude Era. And obviously a lot of controversial shit went down with David Arquette when Vince Russo put the World Championship on him, and a lot of fans didn't like that, a lot of backlash and everything else, which is understandable. But out of respect to David Arquette, he refused to let WCW pay him for his appearances for the company, but instead said, anything, you know, any of my wages you want to give me, any payment at all, instead of giving it to me, give it to Brian Pillman's family. And I thought that's absolutely fantastic. What an awesome guy. And do you know what? I actually don't mind David Arquette as WCW champion. And I know he had a lot of shit over it, but look at the wrestler he's become over the years. And, you know, the matches he's had, even another controversial one with Nick Gage, you know, where Nick Gage tried to fucking slice his throat or some shit. But, yeah, that's a story for another day. But yeah, this Ready to Rumble movie, guys, if you haven't seen it already, by all means, check it out. A must-watch for any wrestling fan, but so much nostalgia here. And I can't believe it's 25 years old already. It's just gone within, a blink of an eye. And yeah, not many people knew that there was a CD soundtrack for it as well. But a lot of movies do, or did back in the day, have a CD soundtrack accompany in it as well. So yeah, I don't know what else I could say about this really, apart from if you haven't watched it, check it out, guys. It's so funny. If you like movies like Dumb and Dumber meets wrestling, that's basically what this is. That's my opinion, though. You guys probably won't agree with it. But yeah, a must-watch for any wrestling fan. You've got so many wrestlers that you'll recognise there. They keep you busy and very much entertained. So funny. I know I keep repeating myself now, but honestly, guys, I give it a 10 out of 10. Honestly, that's how good I find it and how much it entertains me. And it did set up for a possible sequel as well, which we don't get. Also, Rey Mysterio's in this without his mask, because he'd lost his mask in a match against Kevin Nash on the real WCW, so he was wrestling without his mask. So he appears in this movie without his mask on. If you wanted to know that as well, guys, if that interested you. And there's various other wrestlers that I haven't even mentioned that are in this movie. Randy Savage and his then girlfriend, Gorgeous George, they're both in it. And various other wrestlers and wrestling talent. I don't think Eric Bischoff was in this, though. He was replaced by a fictional character promoter called Titus, I think it was. Can't remember his name now. But yeah, he's played by the guy that's in the Bad Boys movies. I forgot his name. I'll quickly look at it on here, see if I can see who played him. Joe Pantaniano. Can't fucking pronounce his name, but yeah, that dude. Pantaniano. I think I said the name correct. But yeah, anyway, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I wish I could have done this a little bit better and had a DVD to accompany the video. But like I said, I didn't get around to picking the US one up, and I didn't want the German version. No disrespect. It's just, that's no use to me. Yeah. Comment in the, even quotes if you want in the comments. And feel free to check out my other videos. And I hope you all have a good Christmas. I may have another video planned. I know I said that before in the previous video, but I may have another one lined up for Christmas if I get the chance to watch what I was going to watch to talk about with you on a video before Christmas. We'll see. But anyway, have a good one, guys. Much love to you all. Stay safe. Like, subscribe, comment. Catch you again soon for another video. Goodbye for now.